White Shield woman took a path in life that not too many people do. At times, she was doubted by others, even herself. She's an Army veteran, a federal agent, and a workaway woman, and someone you should know.
My grandma would always say, and it's always been my motto, tomorrow is a new day, but you pray to get through today.
Dawn White applies that to her work as a special agent for the MHA Drug Enforcement Division. But that saying dates back to how she grew up on the Fort Berthold Indian Reservation in White Shield. Raised by her grandparents, White's professional timeline began right after she graduated high school.
Every generation has had somebody going to the military, every branch.
She wasted no time before she joined the Army.
I always wanted to go.
She was stationed all over the U.S. and spent time abroad. She was sent to Bosnia for Operation Joint Endeavor. White says her time in Bosnia and in the Army overall was stressful. At just 19 years old, she left home, and during her 8 years as an Army medic, she says she found her warrior spirit.
I wanted to show them that, I am meant to be here. Even if I am a woman, I'm meant to be here.
Another place she's meant to be is on the front lines of the fight against drugs on Fort Berthold.
The highest qualities that I speak of her is that, A, she's homegrown and she's native.
It helps me, I think, more than it ever hindered me to be a person on this reservation, arresting our people, because who wouldn't know their people than somebody who grew up here?
The second thing that I think is really a strong attribute is she's one of the few women that we have, active women that are part of the force. And then the third one I have to say is probably her strongest attribute is that she's a veteran.
I think sometimes that's all some people need, is just somebody to talk to.
One of those people who needed someone like Dawn on their side is Tila Baker.
I was a 6-year heroin addict. Being one of the arresting officers with federal drug charges, she was there. And if it could have been anybody else or anybody else sitting there, Creator placed Dawn there.
After 3 years in prison, Baker returned home and expected to be judged. Instead, Dawn did the opposite.
Like a humble smile, like you made it.
Tila Baker is close to 8 years of sobriety and is the director at the Door Resource and Recovery Center in Newtown.
It's always right in the back of my mind is Dawn's face.
Agent White's job ranges from helping her people to tracking down large-scale drug trafficking organizations.
I tell a lot of people that, I can't help everybody, but I can help one person at a time.
She says she prays for the people she's up against.
I push everybody to go to treatment. I don't want them to be on the street. I don't want them to live this life.
That's another thing she learned from her grandparents. They were direct but kind, which is something she says she'd like to see more of. Dawn White holds many titles, including Someone You Should Know. Becky Farr, KX News.
Dawn adds that doing her job doesn't mean she holds things against people. Her arrests aren't personal. She just asks for accountability. Plenty more